Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Fresh and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are taking on Shadowfang Keep and the threats that lie within. The group is almost ready to go, so let us get started with quelling the Worgen threat from this fortress and obtain our second ring. The reason I say almost is because our group has already started without our tank. Just starting to clear out the initial rooms, which are full of gray enemies to us now. I think I mentioned it in a previous episode, but the Shadowfang Keep is one of those weird dungeons where there's such a wide level range between the lowest level enemy and the final boss. It's like the difference between like level 18 or 19 and like a level 28 or something like that. I forget what level Arugal actually is. But the difference is quite massive, so for the time being we're waiting for the warrior to run over. I think he is taking the Zeppelin in now. So we should be around Undercity. While we wait for him to get here, we're going to clear out some trash packs, it looks like. He was coming from a pretty long distance away, I think. From the Barrens, I believe. After we had already had our starting 4. So I suppose that's fine. Hopefully we can get some skins in here as well. Doesn't look like the other hunter really cares about picking any of these up at the moment. I feel like this might be the room, though, where we have to wait for the warrior. Maybe I could be wrong. We do have a mage to use polymorph. I'm going to drop a nice trap right here. Or a freezing trap, I should say. Looks like we only pulled 2, so... We've got 2 hunter pets here. I think the other hunter is probably BN. His gear seems to be considerably better than ours. It's doing quite a lot of damage. So I suppose this is going to be fine for now. It's a shame that we're starting without the warrior, but I don't think he's going to be able to get any, pieces of gear that would really matter to him too much. Plus the quests involved don't happen until later in the dungeon anyway. Speaking of which, I suppose we should try to share some of these, just in case. Looks like everybody has them, except for the warrior. Some other stuff I hope happens today. I hope we can train some of our first aid again, getting rid of some of the wool in our bags for the heavy wool bandages. Hopefully our pet reaches level 24. That would also be ideal so we can learn some new moves, and we just pulled a lot of stuff. This is going to get interesting. So these initial enemies aren't too much though, so I'm not too worried about it. They're significantly lower than a lot of us. We have a pretty good group, some pretty decent item levels. Priest just leveled up. And nothing off the first boss already. So it looks like we're about to enter the courtyard without a tank. Yeah, so the main reward for us here in this dungeon is going to end up being the ring that we of course get, the Seal Sylvanas. I honestly don't think that we have anything else of value that we can actually pull from any of these bosses. Fenris, deeper into the instance. and the Warg Tamer. Those might be potential bosses that have something, but even if we do get upgrades for them, the upgrades are going to be pretty slight. They're not going to be anything crazy. So we're really just here to enjoy the dungeon, and I'd like to cross all the dungeons off of our list eventually. I love this one in particular, so I'm okay with doing it even without a substantial reward waiting for us. This has been fun so far, taking on the dungeon with 2 hunter pets. Soldier's Armor of the Bear, a level 13 green in a dungeon that really requires level 25 to be in. This dungeon truly is just interesting. How the level ranges go and whatnot. So, I mean, there's some powerful stuff that you can get in here. But I do feel like this is one of those dungeons that you really should probably get done sooner rather than later. Once you start to get to level 25 or so, I feel like the dungeon almost becomes not worth it. With some of the gear that drops, some of the, the big discrepancies between the stuff that's going to drop towards the beginning of the instance versus the stuff that drops towards the end. Stuff towards the end is really the only stuff that's actually kind of worth it, and most of it is for casters. Warrior is still listed as being in Undercity. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's been there for quite a while. He's picking up the quests, maybe? He's all the way in the Apothecarium. We honestly could just have a DPS in here, is what it feels like at the moment. We've kind of been through this before in some of our other series that we've done. In Season of Discovery, I remember coming here with the Paladin, and we had some people leave very, very early on in the run to the point where we only had 3 of us. But I think we had over-leveled the dungeon at that point so much so that we were actually able to do that. It took a little bit of time, it took a while. But it was interesting, we were actually able to get through with only 3 people. Could end up doing the same here. Picked up some moss agate, agate, something like that. Always not sure to pronounce that one. I know that for a fact that this could be used for some leatherworking recipes, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to move it aside just in case we need it. Did pick up a green as well as a medium hide. Some light leather, some decent stuff overall. If we can make some money off of this run, that would be nice, since we're not going to expect any loot outside of the quest rewards. Let's turn in our first quest with Deathstalker Vincent. Quick 2,000 experience and the Ghostly Mantle, which ironically is better than what we have right now, but I'm not going to put it on. We'll wait until we can craft the Hillman's Shoulders, which I'm going to do in a couple of episodes. I'm really glad that we're getting a skinning session in here, even if most of it is light leather. I feel like we've been hurting for some skins for a while now. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to work on our leatherworking soon, since we could really use some shoulders outside of these white. I think these might even be gray. Yeah, these are gray shoulders. Really need an upgrade in that slot. Everybody gets some mana. Worst comes to worst, we also have like the really sticky glue and some other cool stuff like that that we can use to kind of help the party. But I'm glad we started without the warrior. The warrior took a little bit too long. He's at the sepulcher now, which is good. So he'll be here for the back half. Which is when we're going to need him the most. Starting to get some medium leather. No 10 slot bag from these guys this time around. I used to think that was the really cool thing about these horses, that you could get a 10 slot bag. Nowadays they, not exactly very special. Very easy to pick up for not a whole lot of silver, so sure, let's roll for the chest. 60 is fun. Looks like we I've won it if nobody else wants. Warriors coming in. Let's open the chest. Nothing crazy. That 8-slot bag might be able to sell for something. We got picked up a dagger too, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure somebody's going to want that. See if we can make a pull for the group. We're going to drag him outside here. I think we didn't grab him at the boss here. Starting to enter undead territory. Got Razorclaw the Butcher next, then we're going to have Silver Lane and some ghosts. Looks like the warriors arrived. We'll stop damaging just for a little bit, just to give him a chance to catch up. Down, nothing for the warrior anyway. Lots of stamina. It's a pretty nice, nice looking set of robes as well, but nothing we can utilize. Now let's get into Silver Lane's room. Should move a little bit faster now. I feel like I should keep taunt on, but maybe just as a best practice, maybe we'll just turn it off. Bagnon conflicting. Some stuff in our bags again. Let's refresh this so we can give this scroll to the healer. Looks like we got more wool cloth coming our way as well as we enter some of these undead rooms. comes Baron Silverlane. Defender Boots of Stamina might be something that the tank would want. Let's try to back up a little bit. This is kind of an awkward space for a hunter to be. Don't have a good spot to get out of our dead zone with. That other breastplate doesn't mean too much, so we'll just greed on it. Honestly, I feel like we might have a better chance of getting a random green to drop that would be an upgrade over anything that the bosses actually have for us. Which is kind of unfortunate to say. So just looking at AtlasLoot, like Fenris drops like a cloak that I think is worse than what we have now, and then Wolfmaster, same thing, the cloak. There's some intellect pieces that are better than what we have now, I suppose, but that's not something I want to take away from anybody else. So not something I'm looking to do. Our pet is fed, and oh, he's level 24 now. That's great. Let's get this beast training in. Bite rank 4, and then great stamina and natural armor, also rank 4. Oh yeah, our pet gained a lot out of that. Yeah, let me take a look, because that seemed like a pretty considerable upgrade as far as I'm concerned. 240 armor is quite a lot. Great stamina. Okay, so it's just by like 100 health. I think it's the priest buff that's throwing me off. I was like, our pet has 1,000 health. So do we. That's much more than normal, but that extra 26 stamina is definitely putting in a lot of work. I believe this is Commander Springvale's room. I believe that's his name. It should drop something pretty juicy for the tank. He's the only one that's going to be able to use most of the stuff that this guy drops. Looks like we got the whole room. Should be fun. My god. Oh wait, this is a BOE. Whoa. Witching staff. BOE blue staff. Shadow spells. This is a warlock staff. And then for the tank, a nice big hefty commander's crest. Let's see what happens with the staff. It looks like the warrior got the staff too. Congratulations. Level 17, that is a twink weapon, right? That has to be a twink weapon for a warlock. Or even a priest. I think a priest could equally benefit off of that as well. Very cool. I think that's the first BOE blue we've seen on the run, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember seeing another one. Shadowfang Keep is known for its BOE blues. There's a lot of good ones in here. They're obviously just rare to come by. Another fun pull. Another fun pull where I can't shoot anything in the dead zone. This is where enemies are starting to become very, very hefty. Deal tons of damage. Girdle of the Blind Watcher, 3 stamina, 5 intellect. Belt. No thank you. Belt that we just got recently is extremely good. It's probably going to last us for quite a long time, honestly. It's got perfect stats and a large chunk of attack power on top. I'm not sure you could ask for more as a hunter. Oh, that is going to be way too much, I think. Let's try to see if we can focus down one. Keep coming into our dead zone, which is not helping us at all. Let's start picking up the next lowest. Healer should be getting in a good workout here. Fortunately, it seems like we're just all attacking different things at the moment. Everybody's stopping for mana while the warrior presses on. He should probably head back a little bit so we can get him. I think he's overextending himself a bit too much here. Again, we're in a pretty rough spot as a hunter. There we go, we moved a little bit. It gives us a tight little window here to shoot. boy, here we go. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be a rough go. Alright, here we go. We really should be fighting them up here if we're going to fight. We should turn our taunt on. I'm going to try to wing clip as much as I can. The mage is helping us a lot here as well. The mage hasn't been super great on damage this whole time, but the freezes have been very, very good. And the sheeps, of course, as well. Fortunately, somebody's breaking them. It might be our Screech. Now that I'm thinking about it, Screech is probably breaking it. Well, if we can make a pull like that, then we can pretty much do anything we want in this dungeon, I think. I don't think we're going to have an issue with literally anything else at all. Haven't had a pull like that in a long time. It was definitely fun. Alright, well, I think we cleared out the whole room. We must have. Almost the whole room. It looks like there was like one left behind, maybe one or two others. Alright, very cool. Where's the chest? Oh, look at that. There is a chest over there. Wow, we tied? All you for the healer. See what comes out of the chest. Looks like we triggered combat a little early, so we're gonna have to wait. This cloth belt there. Let's see what comes out of the chest. Looks like nothing. Just a bunch of leather. A 10 slot bag came out of that. It's actually pretty good. Heading up the spiral stairs once again. I think we're getting close to Fenris. Let's just double check our cloak real quick. Yeah, 6 agility, 2 spirit is what we have right now, and I don't expect that to be replaced by whatever Fenris is going to drop, so... Can't forget about the Void Walkers that get summoned after he falls, though. Oh, I forgot to set our pen. That would help. That would certainly help. Well, it looks like our pet just hit 25 actually as well, so that was really fast. I wonder if dungeons are just kind of like that. Void Walkers. I wonder if dungeons are just great for pet experience. That would be an interesting theory. The book has returned. Let's go ahead and grab this. Looks like the warrior had already grabbed it. We might actually be the only 2 that need it. That's interesting. So, I don't know. Maybe the priest and the mage are in here just for some gear. I suppose that's very possible. I don't know why the hunter would return, though. There's not a lot in here for him. I think he's even more geared than we are. So that's interesting. Maybe he just likes the dungeon. Love the design of this place. Every room is just so cool. Just really love how everything is laid out. Lots of variety. Lots of very unique architecture as well. You don't see like anything else like this. Although I suppose I have to believe that the Silverpine Forest was once part of the Gilnean Empire, so this place definitely screams Gilneas. I will give it that. Alright, coming up on Wolfmaster Nando's now. I'm going to take out some of these wolves first. And then it's Arugal. Turn taunt back off. I don't think we're going to need it now. And the feline mantle has dropped. 2 agility, 10 intellect, 3 spirit cloth. Nobody needs it. I'm not going to need on it either. I don't think it's necessary. Let's take out Arugal. think the cool part about this room as a hunter, at least, is that we can kind of stand wherever we'd like. I almost feel like standing at the top of the stairs here might actually be the play.
You too shall serve.
Looks like our gauze been pulled already. And yeah, let's just chill up here. I see no reason to go down. He's probably going to teleport up here, which actually might mess up our dead zone a little bit.
Release your rage.
Some shadow damage here. I don't think I want to kill him up there. I might want to stop attacking, honestly. Let's line of sight him real quick. There we go. That's where we want to kill him. Beautiful. And the robes of Aragal, which one of the cloth wearers is absolutely going to want to have. One of the coolest set of robes for this early of a level, for sure. Make sure we pick up Aragal's head. Beautiful. And we'll go ahead and greet on this. It looks like it's the mages. Thank you everyone for the group. Pretty solid SFK run. It began a little unconventional. We had our exciting moment there with that one gigantic pull. Where we pulled about 10 things probably at least. But really good heads-up teamwork there without a whole lot of communication. The mage was definitely the MVP of that situation. Without his freezes and sheeps, we would have been absolutely done for there. That is almost always a wipe, normally. I think I could have jumped off at a better spot, but that's okay. Just run through real quick. Our bat actually teleported with us. It's pretty cool. I wasn't sure what was going to happen to him. It looks like everybody has finally left the group. And we're back in Silverpine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to wrap up Silverpine Forest for good at level 25. We have done basically everything except for the Thole Ravenclaw quest. We did not complete that. But I did look up what the rewards were for that quest, just in case we were going to miss out on something very good or very special, and we are not, as it turns out. The reward for that quest line on Fenris Isle does not match the amount of effort that you have to put in to complete it. So yeah, we're just heading back to the Sepulchre now, so we can turn in the first quest. And then the other turn in is going to be in Undercity. And there's another quest that we turned inside the instance, that's right, so that's all we have to do. It's great. If we have a little bit of time, we'll see how much time is left. We will work through the cloth, either that or the leather. I've been really meaning to work through the leather at some point. I feel like we just haven't had a solid opportunity to really get through it, but with gray shoulders, I think it's about time. Also worth mentioning, in between episodes, we did pick up a necklace. The glowing green talisman, 1 stamp, 6 spirit. Just upgrade our equipment a little bit further. I'm going to hopefully craft those shoulders very soon. In the next episode, we're going to look to do fishing, as I had mentioned before. We're definitely going to go through with that. It's the lowest number here. We are playing World of Warcraft after all, so we want to see all the numbers go up. We're going to dedicate a whole episode to that. Still haven't decided the locations yet. I would like to add, a little bit of variance. I don't want to just fish in one spot the entire time. Maybe 2 spots would be good. it's just going to depend on what I'm feeling that day as far as what kind of ambiance I want for that relaxing hour of fishing. Probably going to be something in Kalimdor, though. Let's get that ring.
Hello.
Seal of Sylvanas is in our possession. 3 strength, 8 stamina. The strength not going to do a whole lot, but we'll take any ring that is somewhat useful. The 80 health is quite a substantial amount for sure. Let's check our arrows real quick. We are in our last stack of sharp arrows. That is also great. We're going to start using razor arrows very soon. In fact, we'll go ahead and open up the other 2 that we have in our mail. We're actually going to have to pick up more pretty soon. Not going to be too long before we have to figure something out there.
Hello.
Let's go ahead and sell everything that we do not need. Might be able to sell this blue leather bag on the auction house. We can give it a try. Share these other gloves too, maybe. Don't need this many potions. These lesser healing potions are quite bad for us now. They're not going to be doing a whole lot, unfortunately, so might consider investing in some regular healing potions. Just give those a big step up. We just haven't needed them at all, though. We have not had to run, and with the absence of hardcore rules, which I know is not the norm for this channel, I'm not really in any rush to pick up and hold on to any potions. So let's enjoy our flight to the Undercity. We'll turn in that last quest, and we'll see where we're at from there. In the Forsaken City. Let's go ahead and turn this one in. Over at the Apothecarium. Should be a decent chunk of experience. Not too far off. We're going to be like a couple of bars away from level 26. So it's kind of awkward in a way that I'm going to have to go pretty far into the next couple of episodes before we can pick up our level 26 abilities. Would have been nice if we could have just taken care of that in Shadowfang Keep. But too many of the enemies at the beginning of the instance were gray to us, unfortunately. So it just wasn't going to happen. There's nothing here for us. We're just going to take whatever's worth more. The Grizzled Boots.
Victory.
Yep, and we are 3.5 or so bars away. Level 26 is where we pick up our one and only cooldown. I think it's our only cooldown in Rapid Fire. It's a Marksmanship Hunter. It's going to be fantastic to just use whenever we want. Just try to use it off cooldown. We're not going to be shy about it. What do we want to do here? I'll take care of the auction house posting in between episodes. You guys don't need to see that. So I think for now, why don't we just end off with some first aid? Let's go ahead and make some of these heavy wool bandages. We can actually completely replace the normal wool bandages that we have now. We definitely no longer need these. We'll go ahead and drop the leather off at the bank too. Maybe we'll just convert the light leather, since I don't think we're going to need that anymore. Alright, and we are entering expert first aid territory, just as we are with cooking too. Those books are going to be a pain to get on Horde side. We got to go to Dustwall and Marsh for first aid, and we have to go all the way to Shadowprey Village in Desolus, like outside of Moradon, in order to get cooking sorted out. Suppose we're not in a huge rush. Cooking is not going to be super important for us in vanilla in particular, because I feel like we're going to be spending more time getting ready for raiding and whatnot in TBC. It's going to be more of a thing there. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys, from me for today. In the next one, we're going to be doing some fishing, probably in Kalimdor in a couple of zones. So, as always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.